Imagine a world where every single person is financially responsible. No more credit card debt spiraling out of control. No more living paycheck to paycheck. Even for those earning six figures. Sounds ideal, right? But then, pause for a moment and think. If everyone stopped indulging in impulsive buys, fancy dinners out, or the latest smartphone upgrade, what would happen to those industries and their employees? Welcome back to Sophisticated Saving, where we're deep diving into a thought-provoking question. Can we afford for everyone to be financially responsible? And more intriguingly, would we even want to? Let's unpack the complexities of a financially prudent society and explore whether it's the utopia we imagine. Let's start by painting the current financial landscape. Credit card debt is hitting record highs, and an alarming number of Americans can't handle a $1,000 emergency without borrowing money. Surprisingly, this isn't just a problem for the average earner. A significant fraction of people with incomes over $250,000 are also caught in the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle. It's clear the issue spans across various income levels, but the consequences are far-reaching. On the surface, urging everyone towards financial responsibility seems like a no-brainer. However, the economy thrives on spending. Yes, even the seemingly frivolous purchases, those splurges on the latest gadgets or dining out fuel jobs and businesses. If we all shifted to saving and investing only, what ripple effects would we see across the job market and the economy at large? During the pandemic, there was a surge in savings as lockdowns and stimulus checks gave people a rare opportunity to pad their emergency funds and retirement accounts. Yet, as life returned to normal, those savings quickly evaporated, replaced once more by debt. This shift highlights a critical dilemma when given the chance. Many attempted financial prudence, only to be derailed by the return of everyday temptations and financial pressures. Being financially responsible is undeniably harder for those living in poverty, a truth underscored by the daily realities faced by millions. For starters, consider the challenge of accessing affordable, nutritious groceries in areas known as food deserts, where the closest supermarket may be miles away, forcing residents to rely on expensive convenience stores with limited unhealthy options. Then there's the issue of high-interest loans, a seemingly only option for emergency expenses or to bridge the gap between paychecks, which spirals into a cycle of debt difficult to escape. This predicament is further complicated by the systemic barriers to saving and investing. For instance, opening a brokerage account to invest in stocks or saving for a down payment on real estate requires not just upfront capital, but also a stable income and financial literacy. Resources out of reach for many in impoverished conditions. Additionally, the lack of access to basic banking services, often due to minimum balance, requirements, or fees, pushes the financially vulnerable towards predatory lending and check cashing services, which erode their income further. The cumulative effect of these challenges makes the aspiration of financial responsibility seem like a distant dream rather than an achievable goal, highlighting a stark disparity in opportunities to build wealth and break the cycle of poverty. It's easy to assume that financial distress is solely the result of poor decision-making. Yet, the reality is more complex. Financial literacy, a cornerstone for making informed financial decisions, remains an elusive asset for many, often due to systemic barriers in education and socioeconomic disparities. For instance, schools in underprivileged areas may lack the resources to offer comprehensive personal finance education, leaving students ill-prepared to navigate the complexities of budgeting, saving, and investing. Our economy is heavily driven by consumerism, a relentless pursuit for the new, the better, and the now that defines not just markets, but our very identities. From the allure of fast fashion, where clothes are discarded as quickly as they are bought, to the incessant upgrade cycle of tech gadgets, compelling us to buy the latest smartphone or laptop despite the functional adequacy of our current models. This insatiable appetite fuels not just economic growth, but a pervasive culture of waste. Beyond the immediate gratification of these purchases lies a dark underbelly of environmental degradation. Landfills overflowing with barely used goods, oceans littered with plastic waste, and a carbon footprint ballooning with each unnecessary online order. The electronic waste from upgrading to the latest smartphone model contributes to a growing ecological crisis, with toxic materials leaching into the soil and water. Fast fashion, meanwhile, is notorious for its water pollution and greenhouse gas emissions, not to mention the ethical concerns surrounding labor practices in the industry. So, where do we go from here? Is there a middle ground where financial responsibility and economic growth coexist? The quest for this equilibrium might seem daunting, but it's not unattainable. Perhaps the answer lies in a multifaceted approach that champions financial literacy, not as an optional skill, but as a fundamental right, ensuring that every individual, regardless of their socioeconomic background, has the knowledge and tools to make informed financial decisions. This includes understanding the impact of their consumption choices, not just on their wallets, but on the environment and society at large. Encouraging sustainable consumption could shift the paradigm from the endless acquisition of goods to a culture that values quality, durability, and ethical production practices. Imagine a world where products are designed to last, repair services are widely available, and consumers are rewarded for making environmentally friendly choices. In wrapping up, the question of whether we can afford for everyone to be financially responsible is not just about economics. It's about envisioning the kind of society we want to live in. A world where financial prudence is the norm might mean fewer impulsive purchases, but it could also lead to a more stable, equitable, and sustainable future. So sophisticated savers, let's not shy away from being financially responsible, but let's also advocate for systemic changes that make it possible for everyone to join us in this journey. If you found today's discussion thought-provoking, hit that like button, subscribe for more insights, and share this video with friends who might find it intriguing. Your engagement helps us grow a community dedicated to transforming our financial lives and, by extension, our world. Drop your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, keep saving, keep learning, and let's make financial responsibility achievable for everyone. See you in the next video.